Hi, friends. Welcome to Rate the Dream, Life, Love, and Mortgages. I am your host, Melissa Landon, and you are tuning in to episode 10. My story, my side. So I had always planned on coming on to one of these episodes and telling my life story and what I have been through the past year. And I know lots of you want to hear it. First of all, if I sat down here and told you my life story, my 42 years of life, we would be on here for hours. We could write a book, several books. I don't think that that's necessary anymore. The past year of my life was not great, personally. What I went through, the pain that I experienced, the hurt that I experienced, is not something that I would even wish on my enemy. I don't have any enemies, but I wouldn't wish that on certain people. And I always wanted to come on here and just vomit it all because I thought that it would make me feel better. But ultimately, I don't want to relive every last detail of it. It's not necessary for my growth. It's not necessary for the people that went through it with me. It's not necessary for the ones that caused it. Because it doesn't do anything. Life happened. It was brutal. But I healed. And I grew. And I matured. And damn if I didn't become the best version of myself from it. So when I look back at the past year and the what ifs, if I had done this or if this went different, and I stopped myself from doing that because all of the things that happened evolved me into who I am today. My children, who they are today. I'm thankful. That's weird, but I'm thankful for it in a weird way because I would have never been able to grow as a person and come out of my stuck, if that makes sense. I was stuck and I couldn't see it. And the amount of growth I've experienced over the past year from the pain is something that I will accept. I'm not embarrassed by any of it, clearly, or I wouldn't be on here. And what I will say is, as I continue the podcast, you will hear bits and pieces or references made to the past 42 years of my life, because I do think that certain things are relative to why I'm doing the podcast, if it's not mortgage related, if it's love and life. And I think that it can help others to hear it and how I overcame it, or what I did, or who helped. My friends helped me, and my family helped me, my coworkers, or whatever the story is. It can help people relate. And when you can relate to other people's hardships, it does help you be able to work and move through them. I will tell you that what the tea for you, the gossip of my life for you guys, is a testimony for me. I use it for the positive, not for the negative. If you want to talk about me, that's fine. I'm game. Do me a favor. Let me have a seat at the table, though, when you do. So I can tell you what I did to overcome it. And not just the crummy part of it. I've been through a lot in my life. And like I said, this past year was the biggest growth for me. And I jotted down a few notes in my journal, and I thought that I would share them. I call them rules of life. They apply to whatever your situation is. Most importantly, the most important one that I have come to terms or conclusion is to be present in the today and the now. It does no good to dwell on the past. You can't change anything. You can't redo it. You can't undo it. And it just creates scenarios in your head that are terrible. Get out of there. Get out of there. I'm really bad at that. I'll be driving and a song will trigger and I go 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, 15 years ago. And I just go down a rabbit hole and it's not a good look. It doesn't help. I also tend to worry about the future. I never really did before, but I do now. How's this going to play out? How's this going to work? Where am I going to be in 5 years, professionally and personally? And it creates a lot of anxiety. So being present, focusing on the now, focusing on the short term, go back to my last video, short-term goals of keeping you in the today and the now and the present. Give it time. Time heals all wounds. I don't know. This one's weird. I do believe if you give it time, the pain lessens. You're able to work through whatever it is that you're trying to work through. Death is a hard one because I feel like it can still be 10 years, 5 years, whatever it is. And the loss and the pain of losing somebody is something that never really goes away. I do think that pain lessens in time, but it doesn't go away. Now, I have been fortunate enough that I have not lost a child, a spouse, a sibling. I did lose an aunt several years ago. That was hard. She was young. And my grandmother most recently, and I miss her every day. She lived a long, fabulous life. So my pain for mourning a loss of somebody is a little bit different than others. And I know I have a handful of friends that are experiencing it today. And I pray for you guys because I don't have personal experience with that. So I can't imagine what you're going through, but give it some time, talk about them. I think that helps. At least it helps me. Be grateful. I think the more we count our blessings, the more blessings flow, the positivity flows. Be kind. Be kind. We're so quick to judge and so quick to be ugly and hateful to other people, but be kind. You never know what somebody else is going through in their life. They may be grouchy because they're having a bad day. They might have cut you off because they have to hurry to get somewhere, so be kind. Don't compare your life to somebody else's life. The only person you have to prove something to is yourself. Nobody else. Just to yourself. Be better than you were yesterday. Be better than you were a couple years ago. Compete with only yourself and compare your change and your growth. Take responsibility. I don't like this one either. Only you are in charge of your happiness. The outcome of your life is based on your choices, your thoughts, your decisions, your actions, all of those rolled together. And take responsibility for them. We're not perfect. You're not perfect. It goes back to the what ifing things. To take responsibility and own them and change. That leads into my next one. Embrace the change. Embrace the change. See it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You can't have the same argument with your spouse. You can't have the same discussion with your employer. You can't have the same conversation with your children. Nothing changes if nothing changes. What is the definition of chaos? Exactly. So change it. Switch it up. Be resilient. Sorry. Life throws all kinds of things at us. If you're starting to spiral downhill, catch yourself. Choose to bounce forward instead of staying stuck in the current situation. See the light. There's always something good to smile about. There's always something to laugh about. Choose to see the good in every situation. Even the bad situations, reevaluate them. Look for the good that came out of the bad. Real growth is when you're tired of your own crap. There was another word, but when you're tired of your own crap and change it. It takes strength and maturity, humility to identify and address our shortcomings and toxic traits. I got a laundry list of toxic traits, and I love the majority of them. I love them, but some of them have to go. Some of them have to go. So I probably am at my limit. Most of you probably stopped listening to me, and that's fine. But I do appreciate those that support me in my life and my channel and my YouTube and my career and my family. You're the real MVPs. And those that have decided not to, that's okay. Because not everybody is meant for your entire life. Some people are just meant for a season. And unfortunately, we have to realize that and accept that. So I hope that everybody has a fantastic weekend. And I will see everybody next week. By the way, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you follow my page, my partner, my career partner, not my life partner, and I are going to do some mental health videos. Mental health is something that's very, very important to me. I have personally experienced it. I have family members, friends, people that struggle with it. So mental health is important. So follow along with those for support and help. And as always, see you soon.